American Business Review, featured on national television, is an industry platform where the spotlight seeks out and shines on the creators and innovators. Because of its commitment to promoting progress, this editorial series recognizes BioPac systems. The world of business. It's never been more competitive, more challenging, more rewarding. Growth rates, interest rates, franchising, globalizing, staying private, going public, online, bottom line. The world of business. It's about having good ideas, good technology, and good information.
Hello, I'm Morley Safer. Welcome to American Business Review. Whether you're conducting personal business or running a multi-million-dollar corporation, one factor remains constant: change. Often it's science or technology inspiring the change and dictating the direction we ultimately take. Significant advances can also come from new ideas on management or networking. However change happens, keeping up with it is crucial in today's business environment. American Business Review will show you some innovative ideas and share success stories that can be inspirations for us all.
Books, teachers, classmates. Some of what comes to mind for many of us when we think about being in school. But these days, learning doesn't just involve flipping through pages, listening to instructors, or taking part in group discussions.
We're seeing an increased integration of computerized systems in the learning environment, especially in the sciences. For example, computerized data acquisition and analysis systems allow students to acquire data and store data, take data home, and also help in the learning process in the laboratory.
Take a small dab of that conductance gel and put it right in the center of the pad.
These Purdue University School of Science students, for example, are taking human physiology lessons, but the common lab setting is being integrated with computerized systems.
We've had all kinds of exposure to things such as EKGs, doing things with hand dynamometry. We've been able to do a lot of different experiments this way, and we've been able to see the practical side of what we learn in lecture, on a board.
They now have a way to use the computer that they've grown up with and become familiar with in their everyday life. It's much easier and better for them to be able to visualize things as opposed to reading it in a textbook, the old standard method of showing them pictures and transparencies and materials with which they really can't relate.
Many computerized recording systems, such as this one called the BioPac Student Lab, are being used in modern teaching laboratories. Software programs and lab manuals help guide students through lessons found in a typical class curriculum.
The system allows the students to very easily connect up to transducers and electrodes. They connect those to themselves, and then they collect data. They're able to see it on the screen, and they're able to, we give them tools to analyze the data in a very intuitive fashion.
Students can also record and examine signals from their own body instead of using lab animals. The computerized lesson plans also allow them to analyze the data or use the system for independent class projects.
It eliminates a lot of the confusion in the laboratories, and because of that, it makes the whole laboratory much more productive. The whole purpose of the system is to make calibration and setup easier and more user-friendly, and so that you can get on to the important task at hand, which is analysis. And the hardware and software are designed to do that. The hardware, there's no knobs or dials, so the software is able to calibrate the hardware automatically, which saves a lot of time in the lab. And then the software gives prompts and text on the screen that guides the student through the experiments. We also have pro software, which allows students who are more advanced to do their own experiments, create their own experiments, get at every aspect of the software to create their own experiments. So it really does create a complete package for the laboratory.
As a professor teaching laboratory science, physiology, the objective of laboratory teaching, in my view, is to get the student to reinforce concepts learned in the lecture and the textbook assigned reading portions of the course, and to do so in the most efficient and orderly manner. The BioPac Student Lab system is a system that allows me to do that. In older recording systems that we used to use, setup time was very long and complex. Calibration procedures with lots of knobs and dials to manipulate by inexperienced students took a great deal of time and really made the student frustrated at a lot of laboratory experiences. The BioPac student lab is much easier to use, much user-friendly, and allows the student to get on track right away in terms of data acquisition and analysis, thereby making learning a much more pleasurable process than it's been in the past in terms of laboratory science. I see an increased usage of computers, definitely, not only in science but non-science classes as well.
These days, we have a wide range of choices when it comes to education. New teaching methods are enabling us to read and study without having to actually open a book. Once again, American Business Review extends a special thanks to the companies and organizations that have risen to meet the challenges of today's competitive business arena. This has been a presentation of WJMK.